Odin here. How's everybody doing today? Just thought I'd drop in and give everyone a little update on what's going on with the channel and around the homestead. I hope that I would have been able to put out content a little sooner and had production up and running, but as anyone who's bought a new house or moved at all knows, things can be a little busy in the first month or two, especially when you break a couple of your toes chopping wood, like myself. That slowed me down a little bit, but that's besides the point. Anyway, just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. So, and what we have coming for you. So, working on a couple of what we call regular segments or regular content that we'll be putting out. For right now, I think I'm looking at doing a weekly intel report, which will also include a threat assessment, which basically we're just going to be going over what's been going on in the last week and what is the number 1, 2, and 3 threat for that week to people within the preparedness community, or just people in general. Whether that's economic crisis, natural disaster, the government being increasingly communist, that kind of thing, and the reasons why. We'll get into that kind of thing in depth on a weekly basis. At least that's the plan. Then I'm going to be working on a regular kind of classroom, if you will, series. I'll probably be putting out one piece of content per week. At least that's the goal on that. And I think first what we're probably going to get into is intelligence for preppers, which is something that I feel is overlooked within this community. There's a lot of focus put on the defense, the guns, the ammo part, the food part, medical to a lesser extent than the first two. But there's really not a lot of people out there going in depth into the intelligence aspect of preparedness and being in an SHTF situation. So, as I'm going through the process of an area study for my own area, because I had a brief one done before we moved here, but with the way the real estate market was, I kind of had to let a few things go at the beginning and not get so in-depth into it, or we would have lost the house in a bidding war. So now I'm getting into that. So probably the first episode on that will be on area studies, and that could quite possibly go a few episodes because depending on what your strategy is, we're also going to do a series on bugging in, bugging out, vice versa, the militant farmer concept, which is what I'm going for personally, and then on MAGs, which are your mutual assistance groups. Not a term I came up with, by the way. So we're going to be getting into that kind of thing, and then we'll be looping that back around to area studies as well, because obviously if you're bugging out, you're going to need an area study of your primary location. You're going to need an area study of your bug out location, and you're going to need a modified area study and route plan of your multiple different routes to get from your primary location to your secondary or bug out location. So that'll be something we're focusing on as well. And then in between, probably just be doing some of the me ranting and getting pissed off shit that I've released so far on this channel. Haven't really done a whole lot of prepper shit yet. It's just mostly been me being pissed off about stuff. So I promise you we'll have a little less of that, but there'll still be a little bit. I'm also working on bringing some production value. I've made a couple of like introduction animations, whatever you want to call them, and working on matching that up with some music and stuff. That's what I've been working on the last couple days since I've been slowed down with the broken toes and the sprained foot and ankle and all. So yeah, that's basically what's been going on. And just to finish out, because I'm about to hit up the grocery store and get some potatoes to go with my lamb roast I got in the crock pot at home. Gun control is being proposed in the States. They have HR 127, which I believe, I'm not an American, so don't quote me on this, is House Resolution. You can correct me on that if I'm wrong. House Resolution 127. And it is a proposed gun control legislation that would bring in nationwide gun license program, much like we have here in Canada. It would bring in a national gun registry, which we don't have here in Canada. We used to, but we don't anymore. And then also something I've heard they're looking at that's part of this legislation is putting a tax on every firearm that's sold. A tax of $800 US. So basically, if this legislation were to get passed, you want to buy an AR, you're basically going to be buying 2 ARs. By the time you get done, getting your $800 AR, you got to turn around and pay an $800 tax to the ATF, I'm guessing. It's your tax stamp, I assume, just like the whole silencer thing they have. So yeah, that's something to look out for. What else we got here? We got the whole GameStop fiasco going on, which I think is fucking brilliant. I think it's great. People in government, Wall Street don't think so too much. Calling for the FBI to come investigate people, and had some politician lady comparing it to the insurrection on January 6th. Fucking clowns, man. What else? We have Pelosi calling other members of Congress enemies within because they carry guns, saying that they've threatened violence against Democrat members of the House, which, I mean, we all know is a bunch of bullshit. That fucking lady, the only thing she knows, true or not, is fucking how much peach schnapps she's drank in the morning. Or impeach schnapps, rather. Anyway, I better go get some groceries and leave y'all get to it. But, do the thing, like, comment, subscribe, share. I know we don't have too much going on yet, but we will. And best wishes to all y'all and your families. Have a good weekend. Odin out.